Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video where today we are going to be going over the top 10 glide tips and tricks that I have for you guys after playing, just in order to make yourself better and kind of become a master at glide, or just be better in general at the game. If you guys like the video, please leave a like, as it lets me know what I like, if you guys like what I'm doing, and help, and for the future what I should make. And yeah, it also helps out the channel a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already if you want to see more of this content. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So the first tip is do not hit blocks in general, and also don't hit the top of the map. The top of the map slows you down and it kind of pushes you down, and it kind of keeps you slowed down for quite a while, so you lose quite a bit of time doing that. Hitting blocks also obviously slows you down. Sometimes when you hit them a certain way, they won't slow you down very much or at all, but still it's barely or rarely. I've really never actually used it myself to for my advantage at all, so I just don't recommend doing it. And yeah, it's just overall a bad thing to do. Okay, my second tip is do not move when you don't need to. It slows you down. Moving in general in the game slows you down. The more sharp you do it, the more it slows you down. But at the same time, the longer you do it, it also slows you down. So it's kind of, you have to find like a happy medium in between those. But if you don't need to move, don't move. That's the point. So yeah, basically just always slows you down. Don't ever do it unless you need to do it, and try to always take the most direct and least moving path and try to conserve your movements, so that it doesn't slow you down, because whenever you move, it does slow you down. So the next tip is to pretend like updrafts are just giant pillars of lava, usually, because they suck. Just don't ever take them. They can make you run into random things. They slow you down, as you can see here, just a ton. Just don't take updrafts. They suck. Just don't take them ever, just for no reason. Unless you need to take them. There's like maybe once a map usually you need to take an updraft, or maybe even less. You barely ever have to take an updraft, I'll be honest with you. It's not something you really need to do, like barely ever. Just maybe if you need to get height, I mean, obviously there's some certain areas where you need them, like you can tell, like on the Kraken and like on Cavern, there's a couple areas where you obviously need them. It's impossible to get anywhere without doing them, but usually I don't know if there's any really way that if you can optionally take an updraft and survive without taking it, that it's actually faster to take the updraft. So yeah, just try to avoid those in any case possible. Remember, angling down gives you speed. I am generally surprised by how many people, especially when they aren't being able to make a checkpoint, stressfully try to tip themselves up and just end up losing so much speed and hitting the ground, when they could just easily tilt downwards and get there so much quicker and easier. And it's not even a very hard thing to do, but people just end up just so hard and so stressfully trying to do it, and then at the same time, like I said before, using those unnecessary movements, and they just end up not making it. Going downwards, try to find a nice happy medium between going downwards, because going downwards gains you speed, but then obviously you can still hit the ground, and it's better to be higher in the air, because then you can also still use that for later speed. But remember, going downwards gets you speed. The sharper the angle, the more speed you get. So yeah, just keep that in mind whenever you're playing glide. So hit boost at the front. When you first hit the boost, try to hit it at the bottom and then kind of angle up towards the top. This usually speeds you up, as you can see in the background footage here. It gets you so much better because you're going through the boost longer, so you actually get more speed usually from the boost, and that kind of carries you upwards. And also, when you're going upwards, you're going the same distance, for example, or maybe you're going a bit farther, but you're above the other person. So then you can return that speed, that downwards momentum, into speed. Like I know this example here, you kind of actually need to do that to get to the location, but you can see by, even if that person decided to dive back down to where, or the ghost decided to dive back down to where I am, you can tell that he would be so much farther along because he'd get all that speed back from going back downwards. So next, search around and try to find different videos like I have here, and like you're watching right now, to learn how to do specific maps, for example, like you can see up on the screen, better. And yeah, you can get better at them by just copying the routes and kind of trying to improve those routes that are already there. It's a good basis to start from. And yeah, next is to go on and stay really close to the walls. As you can see here, look how close I am to the walls, and you can see how close my ghost is. And my ghost is taking way closer to the walls, and he's getting so much more speed. So yeah, basically you just want to stay as close as you can to the walls, and that's the best way to do it. in general, when you play in solo, you want to play a bit better than when you want to do it in multiplayer. Solo, maybe it'll take you an hour to get your perfect run, whereas multiplayer, you only have 3 tries. Remember, in multiplayer, it is your best at 3 tries, so as long as you can get to your end maybe without dying once and get that one really good run, you can do it. But you usually want to kind of do, I guess, the opposite of what I just said in terms of being closest to the walls. You still want to be close to the walls, but you want to just remember you have to beat everyone else. You don't have to beat your record. So you just need to do better than everyone else. So you just need to try to focus on getting to the end. Try to go fast, but try to go as fast as you can without dying. Yeah, I can pretty much do it every single time without dying, but I usually like to take risks, I mean to better myself, and then also, of course, in solo, because you're trying to break your record. So in solo, you want to take a ton of risks, and just try to go as much as you can, because if you die, whatever you die, you can just restart and you can try it again. So you want to get your best time possible and take as many risks as you can, because risks speed you up usually. So next, ghosts are actually quite useful in terms of the game, so use them. They were implemented, and I think they're an amazing feature personally. This is why they're so high up on the list. And as you can kind of see, what am I doing differently? You can kind of know if you're doing bad on the run, so you can just restart it as you're doing bad. And you can also test out other routes and see really if they're faster without having to get the rest of the route perfectly just to see if it's faster as you used to be able to do. You can just see, oh, if I'd done everything above that better, am I closer to my ghost? Am I farther away? Am I just as far ahead as I was? Am I farther ahead than I was? Is it better than it was? Is it worse? Like, how am I doing compared to how I was with the ghost? And kind of learn, hey, maybe this shortcut works better. Maybe I thought this was better, but it really isn't. And kind of it lets you experiment around more. So I think ghosts are a super useful feature, which is why they're so high up on the list. Lastly, have fun. Remember, it's only a game, and if you're not enjoying it, you really shouldn't be playing it. It's it's here for your enjoyment, and that should be why you're playing it. So just have fun around with the game, and don't get too stressed out about it. Listen to music if you need to. Sometimes it can get a little bit aggravating when you're trying to get the like a record or a high score. So yeah, just kind of listen to music, kind of just have some free time. If you're getting frustrated, just go do something else, or and have fun elsewhere. Just remember, it's just a game, and that you need to, or that you can always have fun with it, and it can be very enjoyable. So, and that should be why you're playing it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. It would be gladly appreciated. And check out some of my other videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. And it helps out the channel a lot. And maybe, I don't know, if you like the videos, it might be a good reason to subscribe. And yeah, anyway, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.